Hello students, this is David Brish, your counselor. We're here to talk about your game plan this year. It's a brand new task in your Naviance Family Connection ICAP for the year. Remember, ICAP stands for Individualized Career and Academic Plan. And what we want to do is get a sense of what you might want after high school. So I know it might change, especially those of you that are freshmen, sophomores, and juniors. Even seniors though, it might change too. So don't worry about it changing. Well, I want a snapshot of, what you're thinking of right now so that we can do some planning this year. The first thing we're going to do is to log into Naviance, so check out the link below this video for that. And then we're going to click on, once you're logged in, we're going to click on the Careers tab right here. You'll see a couple of different examples of what you could click on here. And so let me log in and I will show you what to click on and how to move around inside Naviance. So once you're in Naviance and you've clicked on the Careers tab, you have a couple of choices up here. There's Favorite Careers and Clusters. So if you've saved careers or if you saved clusters, which are overall umbrellas of careers, there's 20, 30 careers inside each umbrella. You could also choose Explore Careers and Clusters. This would be if you have no idea what you're thinking of right now or you've saved anything into your favorite careers and clusters. You're going to click on Explore. So I think that's what I'll do now. I'm assuming that you haven't done this yet, so let's click on Explore Careers. You have two possibilities when you're inside the Explore Careers. You can search by a keyword. Say we're searching for nursing careers. Let's type in nursing here, and I'll show you what I mean. So that's what nursing would be. If we didn't know what career we might be interested in, what we would do would be to come down here to the career clusters, and you could pick from any of these. So say we're looking, we're going to get to nursing this way. We're going to click on health science. So this would be, man, I don't really know exactly what I want, but I want to work with medicine, I know that, and I want to work with people. So I'm going to click on the health science and see what we get. Now what you'll see is there's an overview of health science and it's got some different big umbrellas of careers underneath it, right? In the health science field, there's research and development, right? There's diagnostics and figuring out what's wrong with people. There's health information, and you have to, take care of, all sorts of medical records and that sort of stuff. There's support services, to run a hospital or to run a clinic. There's all sorts of people that work at the hospital that aren't necessarily nurses or doctors. Then there's therapeutic services. I just had my knee surgery, as a lot of you know, last May, and so I'm going to physical therapy, learning to make my knee stronger, right? So that's what therapeutic services are. In here, you would find an overview of the entire, large topic of health science careers. Then you would find an employment outlook. It'll tell you how in demand the jobs are in this particular areas. You could click on credentials, career majors, related majors, or plan of study. There are also little tabs at the top here too. Credentials will tell you what kind of training you need for that particular medical career. Related careers will just be a list of everything really specifically that has to do with the medical field. Look at all these careers though. There's like a bunch, right? You could click on related majors. This is what you might take in college in order to get some of these careers. But you may not know if you click on this tab, like, what college major goes with what career necessarily. And then there's the plan of study, which will tell you in high school, this is what you take in order to get to the college, in order to get to the career that you want. So then if we go back out to health sciences here, you can click on any of these tabs and get a more clear picture of, what career you might want. So maybe we want be a nursing instructor, let's say that, okay? Then once we click on something like this, you can see a more specific version of an overview of the knowledge and skills, the tasks and activities that the career would have. So here's the overview. It'll tell you a little bit about the job description. The Holland Code 2, if you're interested in that, come and talk to me. I'll tell you all about the Holland codes. This will tell you the 5 most important skills, the 5 most important abilities for any career, the 5 most important knowledge areas for any career. It'll tell you, you should be able to read this and match up with, oh, hey, that sounds really interesting to me. Then here are tasks and activities. This is what a typical day in the life of a nursing instructor and teacher would look like. And then here are wages. Now, wages are broken into different states. You can see that by average over here. And then you can see different categories of salaries over here too. And what you'll see is that this would be what you might start at after 10 years, after 10 years, after another 10 years, and when you retire, that kind of thing, right? So they do it in kind of either by specialty or by year. You know, you get paid more as you get experience. When you're ready to add something to your list, you just click Add to My List, and then you get a little check mark here. Remember that you can always go back and check the things that are on your lists in the favorite careers and clusters. See, now nursing instructors is on my list. Once you've made a list of those, then we're ready to go on to the final part of our activity today. We're going to come back out of the Careers tab and click on My Planner over here. And then Tasks Assigned to Me. And then the Game Plan Survey. Then we're going to have to come down here and click on this little blue link, and then you'll see the survey here. You have goals after high school, you have college interests, you have college athletics, and then references at the bottom. So most of these are just simple drop-down questions, but let's start with the goals after high school. The reason why I had you click on all of the career things is so that you can come over here for your career interest and you know what to select. Okay? It's going to first ask what your general goal is after high school. So if you know kind of, a little bit about your career, you would know whether it requires a 2-year degree or a 4-year degree, career education, like Pickens Technical College, an apprenticeship program, maybe you're going to the military. You might go right to work after high school is over, or you can click on other. You have spot. Then for 2 career interests right here, you can click on select. It'll bring up a whole long list of cool careers. You just have to click on one. Find the one that's close enough, matches the career that you're interested in. I'll get to see the list, so then I'll be able to go through here and talk to you more in depth about each particular career. So that's what I would like to know. Then for the college interest, it's going to ask you some questions about college. Do you care about the size of the school? Does it matter what state it's in? What type of setting would you prefer to be around? And basically just click on the little drop down and you can choose, right? Maybe I want a college out in the middle of nowhere, or I want, so it's all by itself and it's this cool little college town. Or maybe I want a suburban one, like living in Aurora here. Or maybe I want an urban one, like, maybe DU or someplace like that. Or maybe I want a large city like Metro State in the middle of downtown, right? So you can click whichever ones you want, and then you're going to move on down to the most important reasons that you have for attending the college, right? There's a couple of different reasons there. All right, if you don't see any in there that you like, you can click none of these. When you have questions, just let me know. There is a feature down here that you can save before you submit. So if you have questions, you're working on this at home, then you can hit Save Changes and then ask me the question, and then you can come back up here, change your answer, and then hit Save Changes and I'm finished. After you're done with some questions about college, it's going to ask you about college athletics and whether or not you're interested in playing a sport in college. That's important because there are some separate admissions for the NCAA clearinghouse. So you and I will talk about that if you put a sport in there. And then there's references down here. It says here that, please list the name of up to 3 coaches or teachers, but you really want the name of any adult who is not a family member who's going to say nice things about you. You should always put me. So put David Brish in one of these things. I will write a nice letter of recommendation for you always. But you can put any teacher, any coach, any staff member here at school or at a school previous to APS Online. You can also do a religious leader if you're active in your religious community, a youth group leader, the Boy Scouts troop leader, anybody that's an adult who's not a family member who will say nice things about you. And then when you're ready, you hit Save Changes and I'm finished. Once you're done, please let me know, and then we can talk about what you put down here and start talking about your career interests and what's going to happen after high school. So thanks a lot for watching the video, and if you need anything, remember, call, text, email me. Thanks, guys.